back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today is day 3 of Make Me a Fan of Warhorse, or shall we say Warhorse, right? And I don't know what to expect. You told me yesterday that whatever we're watching today takes place in Maine. And I don't know diddly about Maine except lobster, and that's about it. So what you got?
Well, there's amazing wrestling up there.
Really?
It's a company called Limitless Wrestling.
Okay, all right.
And fun fact, I also own an island in Maine. I own a square foot, and so does my wife.
A square foot of an island in
called
Maine.
Hawaii 2.
Hawaii 2.
So if you pull up Google Maps and you type in Hawaii 2, you'll see it's the 3rd largest island in Maine.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It was part of a whole Cards Against Humanity thing from years ago, but nonetheless, still own the land legally own Hawaii 2. But there's a lot of great wrestling that happens there up in the Great Northwest.
Can we have a match on Hawaii 2?
Maybe.
That would be awesome.
But
Hell, you own it.
But I will tell you though, we have John Silver. So he might be in the Dark Order and he might be getting jobbed out and looks so bad. But let me just tell you that this is the Meat Man. Okay. You're going to see the Warhorse wrestle the Meat Man.
All right, the Meat Gentleman, the Meat Man. All right, that's
trust me. Like I said, you're gonna see this match and then you're gonna remember the stuff they did at AEW and go, is this even the same? Is this is not even?
So. All right, well I'm down. I don't know much about Jonathan Silver. All right, well hey, I guess we're gonna find out today. We got pro wrestling in Maine, people, for Limitless Wrestling.
We're at the Yarmouth AMVETS Post.
Interesting.
In Yarmouth, Maine.
All right, so wrestling in Yarmouth, Maine. Awesome. You say Limitless and it makes me think of Keith Lee.
Understood. Keith Lee's been there. Brody King's been there. Eli Everfly's been there.
All the way to Maine.
All the way to Maine. There's a great match with Eli and AC Romero, where literally AC pounces. Like we've seen AC pounce Eli a couple of times. I saw it happen in Baldwin Park. It was amazing. Okay. This time he actually takes him, and I mean he literally picks up Eli and throws him almost halfway across this AMVETS building.
Damn.
It is a pounce where I was like, I don't know how this guy landed and didn't get hurt.
Limitless Wrestling in Maine is not to be trifled with. All right.
They are on my short list, and so is Beyond.
All right.
When all this COVID BS is over with and real wrestling comes back, I will go to a Limitless Wrestling show, and I will go to a Beyond Wrestling and in Uncharted Territories, because you have to. You have to. This is some of the best wrestling. We have the best stuff on the West Coast. There's a lot of great stuff that happens on the East Coast. All right. Limitless is one of them. After you see this, you definitely go back and watch other matches, because there are names you know. All right. And you're like, I gotta see this Limitless Wrestling.
Make Me a Fan East Coast tour includes Limitless Wrestling in Yarmouth, Maine. All right, it's on the list. And today we're gonna watch Warhorse versus John Silver. And anything else you want to say?
Guys, strap in. Like everything else, like I said, links are in the comment. But this is a great match. You're going to see this, you're going to go, he is completely unused in All Elite. Yeah,
well, let's do this thing, man. You click the link in the description or click the link in the first comment so you can open up a new window and you can press play because the Encyclopedia is going to press play when?
Right about now.
Son of a biscuit.
We did it.
Another classic match.
And you wonder why John Silver, you're like, John Silver who? He's on a milk carton in AEW when he could be doing stuff like that. When he could be doing stuff like that. There's a free one for you, Tony and the boys. There's a free one. Drop the stupid gimmick and let him get in there and wrestle. And even if he wrestles Pineapple Pete or, Billy Gunn's son or whoever, guess what? That's a great 10-minute match. That's going to be a great, even if Austin Gunn beats John Silver. Yeah. Everyone's getting over in that match. Just saying.
I'm sitting here quiet. I'm sitting here quiet because I've developed something of a reputation as an AEW hater. I am not a hater. Oh yeah. AEW is the reason my butt is sitting on this bench, okay? Because I heard from OC Steve that AEW was coming. It was going to be the alternative to the E, and it was going to be great and sports-based and reality-based, and wins and losses were going to matter, and it was serious and no comedy, and it's the exact polar opposite of everything that we were told and everything I was sold. The women's division is going to be equally featured. Lie. Sports-based. Lie. No comedy. Lie. Wins and losses matter. Lie. I'm glad you said it because I was sure as hell thinking it. If this guy, Jonathan Silver, the Meat Man, is in AEW and we have never seen him do anything remotely close. First of all, I didn't even know his name. The guy should be featured. Instead of doing a women's tag division, why don't you do another? Give this guy a shot.
Exactly. Why don't we do a 16-man single or double elimination tournament to see Cody?
Something.
You know, we could take the College World Series format, double elimination. You lose one, and then there's a losers bracket. But guess what? That's a great story in itself. I'm a comeback kid, and yeah, I don't know. But this was a great match, especially as this kicked off the show in Yarmouth.
Dude, first of all, Yarmouth, it looked like people were serious about their business up in there. I mean, the quality, it was great. I think the second match, Black Label Pro, was better production value, don't get me wrong.
Oh, sure.
But the commentary was great, and the people were into it, and the fans were here for it, and there were so many false finishes in this match. I was like, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. And it wasn't in a because I hate multiple false finishes.
But it was logical. It built. It went somewhere. And some of these things they chained into other things. And again, there was storytelling and there was everything you wanted in a match.
Absolutely.
You know, even though we knew that Warhorse is still a champion of the day, there was still that suspense that it's like, could Jonathan Silver do it? Could John Silver do it? Could he pull it off?
I was honestly at one point. This is real talk. I was thinking he's gonna win it. And then there's going to be some kind of a restart, because he was beating the stuffing out of Warhorse. Like, he's going to win it, and they're going to be some kind of they're going to find his kick pads are loaded or something,
And the match has to continue.
Yeah, something. But no, it finished, fair and square, whatever, 3 count. And, but it was great. Yeah. And if you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. I don't want to ruin anything because there's a lot of cool spots in this match, but I'm starting to get a feel for Warhorse's repertoire, right? Like the 10 moves of Warhorse kind of a thing. They do those 10 moves of this on YouTube.
Sure.
I'm kind of getting a feel for the 10 moves of Warhorse.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it gets a super bad rep with John Cena and the 5 moves of doom, but guess what? You wanted to see him. The Rock only had 5 or 6 moves.
Yeah.
And guess what? And most of the time, everybody wants to see the people's elbow. The dumbest single move in wrestling. But guess what? When you have them on your feet, and you're dangling it. Oh,
didn't he pin Hogan with the people's elbow?
Absolutely.
That's horrible.
But that's the whole point. Is that the audience connects. There's anticipation. There's the reality. There's the payoff, and they get the payoff. And the people go nuts for it. That's what they wanted.
That's exactly right. And here's the thing. I mean, I wasn't saying the move in a negative way because it helps me understand the wrestlers that I'm going to see.
You know what you're looking for, and you know we know that this is coming, and then you can build the story through that.
Here, watch this. And this is going to be a little long, America. Stay with this. I'm going to ask you to name the top 10 moves of Sting.
Sting Splash, the Scorpion Death Drop, the Scorpion Deathlock, or the Sharpshooter.
Scorpion Deathlock.
And then he had the reverse DDT, the Scorpion Death Drop.
Yeah, there's 3 moves, people. But we all know it's coming, and we can't wait to see it. So it can't be a negative if somebody has signature moves or moves that you're expecting. We can do this with any character. You say Baron Corbin, deep 6 in the end of days, right?
That's it.
That's about all you got. You get punches and some trash talk, Same thing. Seth Rollins, you got 4 moves, I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm saying I'm starting to understand.
You anticipate that so that you know how to build the story and get to where you're looking for. Because eventually, all of these matches are formulaic. But that's okay because we know what to expect and we know. Especially at the end with Warhorse with that double stomp. Most of those guys are dazed, and when we're going to it, that's going to be we're going home.
Exactly. And if you asked me, hey Jack, you're wrestling Warhorse tomorrow, like, okay, I'm going to get that power slam spot,
And
that apron suplex
exactly.
spot,
And you know the things that he's going to want to do in the match. So in your mind, you already know, okay, I'm going to approach it this way, or hey, we could do it this way, or how about we do this, but then I reverse it, or
Exactly.
And it shows so much, I think, respect to whoever you're wrestling and working with that you know what their moveset is, you know when they do it, you know when in the match they do it, so that they can say, okay, cool. Instead of that, we'll reverse out of that into this, and then we'll hit my finish and you kick out.
Like if you said, hey Jack, you're wrestling ACH next week. Well, let me Google him real quick. Let me see the 10 moves of ACH. So I come in there with some education. And so when I say I know what he's doing, I know what he's bringing, it's not a bad thing. It's that I can anticipate, here it comes, And
then, but we're instead of him coming out for the punch, you catch him and you fisherman suplex.
And I mean, even as a fan, just watching, here it comes. He's going to do that thing that he does, The power slam. He shoots him off the ropes, hits him with the power slam, which is a great looking power slam most of the time, And then you got the other stuff that he does, the apron bump, and you got the dive, with the roll through. There's cool stuff, so you know what you're getting. Hell, dude, any local matches, anybody that we know from Santino's or any of the local guys, we know what we're getting. We still want to see it.
Every single time.
So anytime Warhorse is on my TV, I'm going to give it a shot and give it a watch because the dude is interesting, he's intense, and damn it, you made me a fan.
Well, there we go.
That's day 3, people. That's the end to make me a fan of Warhorse. So I don't know what's on the agenda for tomorrow. The Encyclopedia and I are in discussion.
We are brewing something up, and there will be something special tomorrow. Maybe it's classic match, maybe it's something else. Who knows, guys? That's the best part. We have to leave you with a cliffhanger.
If it's a classic match, you know whose turn it is to pick? Me. So you won't want to miss it. But in case it's not a classic match, it's going to be something even better. So bring your butt back tomorrow at 9 o'clock Pacific, noon Eastern. Hit that subscribe button down below. Ring the bell so you're notified each and every time a new video comes out. Make sure you follow us at MakeMeFan316. You follow him at Pete TRERICE. You follow me at AKA The Jag. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care.